Both guys, great match. They put on like a really good classic kind of a big man match. But what I thought was really cool and interesting about it was that Brian Cage kind of showed that he's like sort of a finesse player. Like he can do a little bit of everything. He showed that he could do the big man match where it's like the shoulder bumps and the hitting the ropes and trying to knock each other loose. But then he also did like some of his finesse stuff, and he landed a nice backflip, which I'm not really crazy about. But man, the like in general, I'm not crazy about it. But I thought it was cool seeing a guy like him do it, especially after like all the big man spots. So it sort of led up to that moment. And yeah, man, I'm a big Brian Cage guy. I'm glad that he went over. I think it was the right move, and they managed to further the storyline. Go figure.
Yeah, Brian Cage, he's a one-of-a-kind kind of wrestler. Like, he's got that big guy look, but he's also able to do so much of that cool, like, innovative stuff. Like that one, it was like a face buster that was inverted or something. It looked awesome. Like,
Yeah, it was
just
like a pump
pump
handle.
handle, pump
Yeah.
handle face buster. But, like, yeah, Cage has been it. Like, I remember the first match I ever saw Brian Cage do was a Lucha Underground match against him and Willie Mack. Both guys, big guys that can high fly like crazy, and so it was awesome. So, like, seeing him be able to do that against Will Hobbs, who I thought had a great showing too, it was a really good way to open the show, and like have Team Taz out there and kind of get. I was happy that Cage went over because the FTW title has kind of been understated, like not showing up, recently and stuff like that, not made note of. So I thought having Cage get a win and keeping the title, it didn't harm Willie Hobbs at all. And I think Cage just came out looking like a bigger featured player in AEW. So yeah, I thought it was a good match, good opener.
I like the idea of having the FTW title there. I don't like the AEW acknowledges it. It should, in my opinion, it would be a real heel thing to just say like, no, we're the champions, we're the FTW champion right here, Brian Cage, and then like say that he's defending it, but even when he loses, he just like grabs it and walks out at the end. Like I would prefer that over AEW acknowledging it kind of as a championship, but it's
I don't
cool.
think technically they're recognizing it as a title, but like they did announce it was for like the FTW title and
Right,
stuff
and they're
like
like
that.
putting it
So
over during the match. So, yeah, like to me, oh, the announcers should always be saying like, this is not one of our titles. This is something that Tash just brought in. It's not like you can just like Tully Blanchard. You could just like walk in and be like, this is the title now. It's like it belongs to these guys and acknowledge it. Like that part doesn't really make much sense to me, but I love the FTW title. I love Team Taz, and I'm excited to see where things go for Brian Cage. He's another one of those guys, man. Sky's the limit. Like you and I said, can work a number of fashions. So he's fun to watch.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go with him. And I hate to use the word interesting. I think it's gonna be really, really cool to see where they go with him. Just moving forward on and how they utilize him. And like I say, Team Taz is awesome. I think it's my favorite. It's my favorite faction in wrestling right now. So I don't think they can do a whole lot of wrong in my eyes at this point in time.